Good morning, everybody. Hello, Rosanna. Hello, Tammy. So, we are going to finish up the series that I just made. I've made quite a few different things that could all go together or be worn separately, whichever, rather than doing like entirely one or the other. Oops, I just realized I did not put a clasp on this yesterday. And I need to do so. Hello, Beth. Hello, Georgina. Long time no talk. Oh, wait, it was just 15 seconds ago. Okay, what were you getting ready to do, Heather? You were going to put a clasp on this necklace that you did not do so with yesterday. Okay. So as I was saying, we're gonna finish up this little set. I'm hoping my allergies are not going to be nearly as big an issue as they were yesterday, but only time will tell, right? So I have a couple different things that I want to try to achieve today. Of course, it'll just like depend on time and whatever else. But one of them, I'm not sure which way to go. So I'm excited because we will have a choose your own adventure again. Sorry, I'm just making the little loop for this very quickly because I just realized I did not do this the way that I prefer to hang things on at the end. I like to use the strongest but smallest like jump ring that I can for the clasp. And then on the other side, I do my little loop-de-loop thing. That's like, it's a simple loop on one side, but on the other side, it's a wrapped loop. But it's all in there together. I hope I didn't just mess this up. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Where it goes in the front, Heather. And then I gotta figure out how I'm going to add on the clasp so it's nice and sturdy. I need to get out one of my I'll probably use funnily enough, I will use a couple of, what are you trying to say? Thicker, stronger oval jump rings, which I thought were right here, but I may have been wrong. Are they not right here? There's the bead tips we're going to use. Oh, there they are. Sorry. And I'm missing one of my lights. I'm not even down on my mat. You guys have no idea what I've been doing or talking about because I got a little sidetracked after realizing that I had not put a clasp on one of the pieces we made today, and I wanted to show you where we were so far in case you weren't able to be here all along the series, which I know some people aren't, or they work 4 days a week and have 3 days off. So that's how, like, that's when they get caught up. Oh my goodness. And this nose, you guys, there's nothing in it, but it drips anyways. Makes no sense. Okay, enough about that. Let's go down to the mat. Oh, Steve's here. Hello. Hello, Michelle. Love you, babe. Yeah, right? It absolutely was. So I did not put a clasp on this yesterday. The one we made yesterday, the really simple bar necklace. So I'm going to attach it with these 18 gauge um oval jump rings, which is good because it ended on silver. So now that we have that on correctly, that's on. Now we need to do it on the other side. And there we go. There we go. Sorry, that was one of those oval jump rings that drive me crazy because they don't actually look close. So here's the situation. That one is now done. I'm upside down. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong way. Yes, that's better. Okay, now I know where I'm at least for this time period. Don't expect it for long because we all know your girl loses her memory. So we have this simple length where I did a length of chain using a round silver jump ring and two 3x4 oval jump rings in between, and then every so many links we added in uh the green, pink, and purple, and then we mimicked that, but I wrapped around it in gold wire to help it, give it a little bit of extra pizzazz. This was the piece that started it off, which I'm obsessed with. And actually, during a quick video chat with Bernie, I was asking him what the pendant was, and he said he'd have to see it in person. But he was like, "Oh my God, that's beautiful, Heather." Da, 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 da. So, yeah, this is the one that set it all off. It is either Wild Horse Turquoise or Wild Horse Jasper. It is found right here in Gila, Arizona. So, it's a lot of fun. And then the next day, we made this one in gold, and they are knotted with a ball head pin where the ball is on top of the bead as you look at it. And then we just did chain up and around the back. So there's the three necklaces we have thus far. I did put together a little bracelet. I didn't want you guys to have to sit through and watch me do the chain again. So it's just the same as the necklace we did yesterday with one of each color that will set on top of the wrist. So there's that. And then here's the conundrum. I want to do a strong one real quick. I got these little links that I really like. They are just like an affinity link or something with like four balls in the middle that are connected and soldered together. So because I have some of the ones with the ball head pin still wrapped, I was thinking we could do one of two things. Now, I'm short on purple ones. So I would start with green it would go to rose to purple, or green to rose to purple to pink to green, with having two of the green, two of the, I'm not explaining this correctly, I apologize. This could either be a quick and easy necklace that we just attach the leftover links to this, or we don't worry about these and we just go into doing the strung pieces. I'm going back and forth. I'm not sure how I feel about it one way or the other. We do need to do our little earrings, which we're going to do with the two purple tulip beads hanging down with the very simple. We used a ball head pin and a larger daisy spacer, so a 6mm, and then we put our flowers on. Oh, Dawn, hello. How are you feeling? Aw, Mary, hello. Glad that you could be here. You will get through this, girl, especially when you have the support of all of us. Yeah, exactly, Beth. You're a woman. You got this. Yeah, and day 3 is always the hardest. So if you're able to get up and shower on day 3, man, you have my respect. Because I most certainly was not up taking showers. Why did I make that loop so big? It's okay. We can take it back down or just cut this off and do another one because I don't like the way it looked. Oh no. I hope I have another large daisy spacer, which I'm sure I do, somewhere on my little desk right here. And I think that would be exponentially easier to find. And of course, I have everything but a daisy spacer, fella. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna have to see if I can use my flashlight and see if I can see where that daisy spacer just went. And of course I can't, because I went to take the lid off of a collection of jump rings and picked it up by the wrong end, and they went all over the floor. Okay, time to pivot. How do I not have another one up here? There's those. I have to have another 6mm daisy spacer up here someplace. There's no way. Because I just randomly found them looking for something else for the earring. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. It's fine. I have like really simple little thingamabobbers, that very technical term. I have other flowers, like flower bead caps that I can put on the bottom. I was just trying to make them more cohesive with the necklace is all. No, I don't want those. I actually want a flower, which I know I pulled those out. Oh my goodness gracious. I just had them in my hand. Here they are. I know that you guys all have these days too. It's just, mm, it's not quite the same look, but it's still cuter than just being on the ball head itself. I'm also going to put one on the top just to give it a little extra oomph. Then we're going to do a very small loop up top. Come on, flower bead cap. Thank you. Got to pull this one over because, like I say, these are some strong bead caps. Oh, Heather, you didn't need to do that. You could have just opened the jump ring. Okay. I could have just done this and not had to use the flower bead cap because I just covered it completely up by swirling this around. It's just a matter of like holding onto it. Here we go. We're gonna flip it over this way and just take real slow, subtle. No, you don't want it to do this. That's the thing we were trying to avoid it doing, but it's okay. We will push it back down and tuck in the very last little bit. And they're ready to go on the bottom. Let's do the other one. Oh, flower bead cap first. I'm going to go ahead and put the flower bead cap on top again, just because it may have been what gave it the stability and what allowed it to like go around itself and spiral like that up top. So just in case that is the reason it looks so nice, I want to do it the same way. Here we go. Now it's down. Just real simple. We're going to take this one and just kind of bend it back. Little loop as low as possible so you have extra wire to go around with. So for those who weren't here at the beginning, there will be no sale this Saturday. I need to be able to go in and get things caught up and have at least a week, at least 2 weeks planned in advance so that I am able to get orders done and fulfilled quicker and get them into the mail quicker. So that's why this one does not want to swirl up. I'm not sure why. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. It's organic, right? That's what I'll tell myself to sleep well tonight. Okay, that's good enough. Then we will just grab one of our sections of chain, which I have 5 silver from start to finish. Attach the little flower, wrong kind of pliers. We will get this figured out. Hi, Tina. If I missed anybody else, I'll catch up as soon as I get these little earrings caught up. Then we are going to use the same gold ball head pins, 18 karat gold plated, and we're gonna make my quick and easy 10-second ear wire. All you're going to do is use your step bill making pliers to make sure that they look the same. You're going to put your ball head pin in and rotate it back till it touches the wire. And I'm a person who likes to do things assembly line style. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Then the next part is absolutely completely up to you. And how big, sorry, and how big you like your ear wires to be. I'm going to use the 4th step. Or do I want the 5th step? I'm going to use the 5th step. All you're going to do is face the, you have that wrong. Face that away from where you want it to be. Get it in nice and tight. And then you're just going to curve around and you have your ear wire. Do the same thing on the other side. Wait. Yes. And take it all the way around. I was like, wait, are those the same? They're the same. And then if you like to do the little kick at the end, you're certainly entitled to do so. I do not because my ear holes are crooked. So those little kick outs always cause me grief when putting them on. So I like to snip right in line with where the ball is. And then I will go back and have to file these ends a little bit later. Again, right in line with the ball head pin. And then again, I'll go back and do that. So we will just attach, well, if you had opened that, it would have attached it. Like that. If you don't like going all the way around this part, by all means, go ahead and do it. Oh, I forgot to strengthen it. So rather than get out my bench block and stuff, I use the box joint right there, and I just go around and it flattens it up nicely, as well as work hardening it. All together, I should have done my little loopy loop before, but there, we did it. Now I am going to do my little loopy loop before we move on, just so I don't have that issue. And then we will simply go up and around our hook. I leave about the last 1/4 inch unflattened. That way, if people have like my issue, they can get it on easier. That's all. That's the other way you can attach your earrings. These do come out to be really pretty. They're not quite shoulder dusters, but I love them. I think they're nice and whimsical, and I like the chain with the little flower. Easy peasy. Okay, tissue again. Alrighty then. We are going to I need to decide how I want to do this last one because there should be 4 of these and I'm only seeing, so there's those two green, 1 purple on either side. So do I need to do one more little link? I don't feel like I should have to. I feel like it should fit. Sorry, I'm not making any sense right now. I'm trying to decide if I want to use those little links or not. Or if I just want to do like 2 silver in each little loop, and if that will give us the length we need. Mm-hmm. We're going to use this for the center of it. So I need to wrap that one up too. I need to just I think that the silver hooks will be enough. And if we need to put a an extender on it, that's fine too. I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and get this wrapped up. Just very simply, I'm just going to do my hybrid loop. Which is just where I go at an angle. I put my pliers in crooked, like right into the crook right there. I go up, over, and down. I rotate so they're parallel with the desk. And then I'm going to pull up the side just like that. Then I'm simply going to, which I could have done this while they were on the pliers, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull this around. Ooh, I just almost hit myself in the face. Until it meets where the loop began. We're going to cut off our ends. We're going to put our little center on. Where is it? Come on. There's the hole. I just realized that I didn't make a big enough hole. If we're going to do it with multiple silver, we need to make the hole bigger. So I'm going to use the first thing, not a lot bigger, just bigger than what I just did. I'm just going to do it around the first step. And then grab onto it by the loop and pull this around. And then, because I didn't leave myself with a lot of excess wire, I'm going to go ahead. There we go. And then we're going to put this on and we will do it around the step 1 again. pull that around. And do the same thing here, just go around until it touches where the loop started from. And cut off any excess if you have it. And then, like always, I like to tuck my ends when I'm done, because then it can't like go up at an angle. It's got to actually go around. And then it looks like my loop was not centered the same way. I don't know why my loops are different sizes. I used the one step. At least I think I used the one step. I may have used the second one. Ugh. It'll drive me crazy, guys. That's one of those things that I will bother me and bother me and bother me. So I'd rather just redo it and get it done real quick than, and I could have done it off camera and not said anything about it, but that's the kind of stuff that I like to leave in. So, because there were times that I learned more from a mistake than I did with the actual proper technique being taught. Because otherwise, you don't know how to fix things, you know? Like, how are you supposed to know how to troubleshoot stuff like that if people don't do the troubleshooting with you and only do it off camera? And then you guys think, oh, I can't make jewelry. Why is this so hard for me? And it's not, it's just that some people weren't showing the mistakes. And I like being authentic. And I authentically would have gone nuts if I hadn't fixed that. So yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, Halloween bundles are going up at 3 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Hello, Tina. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do that. Thank you guys, because I did not see that, because obviously I was here. So I'm excited to go see what they are. Alrighty, now we just need to get our silver jump rings, same ones we've been using this whole time. I really will not need that many in any way, shape, or form, but my hands spasmed, and so they just like all fell out. Okay, I think that'll be enough. So we are going to start by moving our round nose pliers and our step veil making pliers. Put those out of our way because we're not going to need them. And the less things that the camera has to focus on, the better. The better, clearer picture for all of you. Green. We're starting with green. I had less green than I had more green and pink than I did purple. So that's why this bracelet will have 2 green and 2 purple, or 2 pink, but only 1 purple. And that's just because I didn't have the same number. Yes, that will be pretty. Yep, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. It would actually be easier if I went through and opened these for me ahead of time. It'll go much faster, especially for the second jump ring on each one. It's easier if you can do it quickly instead of having to put down the bracelet to add the other jump rings. So, and I know I'm using my thumbs and not a plier, but I have very small or strong thumbnails, so this is one less plier I have to use. And I'm gonna go see my daughter. I think we settled on I'm driving out with Steve on Sunday, and then I will stay a couple of extra days and then come home, which will be a lot of fun. So green and then pink. And I'm going to show you what I meant by easier, because right now, wait, what are you doing, Heather? Am I doing this the correct way? Yes. Or it won't be easier because these are finicky and I don't have much to hold on to. Let's go through the pink and then up through the green. So to make sure you don't crisscross your jump rings is all. Ugh. There we go. I don't think I crisscrossed my jump rings. We will check. Did I crisscross them? Nope. I'm sorry you guys have been listening to me nipple for the last 2 days. Oh, next is the purple. There's two. So now we attach the other pink. And I do believe that this is going to be better than me doing the links. No, I don't have both. Onto the pink, onto the purple. Come on. Where'd you go? This one doesn't want to play well with others today. I hope those aren't crisscrossed. No, they're fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to the other one. I'm pretty sure that I will need, no, I will definitely need the other green. Never mind. I was going to go see if I was, I wasn't positive that I was going to have to go again or use the second green. But I mean, you guys sat through and watched me create all of these loops the other day, so I didn't want to undo them because then it would have been wasteful. I would have wasted all of the 18 karat gold plated jump rings. I mean, ball head pins. And I try to waste as little so that I don't have to put extra cost into a piece of my jewelry. Okay, time for a drink. Hello, Pauline. I hope it went well, Pauline. I have my appointment with my surgeon on Monday. Right? Monday? I believe it's on Monday. So I don't know if you were speaking about me, but if you were. Hi, Carolyn. Nope, that one did crisscross. I hope that one. No. It doesn't happen often. So if you're wondering what I mean by crisscrossing, sometimes if you like put it through one side of the loop and then out the other side, they will crisscross each other and then your piece doesn't lay right. But it doesn't happen often. Yes, that's two. I just kind of like that this is the opposite, or like the double ring is now the silver and not the gold. Good to go. Good to go. Ugh. Purple. Where's the other pink? Oh, I probably had to make another one. I just have to. Ugh. Whether you just have them in your possession. Like two. There, here they are. So, if you missed earlier this week, basically all I did was I took a ball head pin and I bent it down. And then I used my round nose pliers. And I do the beginning of a loop. And then I just do my hybrid loop, which is to like coil around at least once. I'm not a big fan of simple loops or wrapped loops, so this is kind of the best of both worlds. And then you have the ball at the top of the loop. And I did that on the necklace. See how much better I'm getting at it, everybody? But it is much stronger than a simple loop and doesn't take up as much time as the typical wrap loop takes. So which makes me happy. I'd rather see more beads than see than seeing wraps on the wraps on each like bead that you wire wrap. That is my personal preference. Everybody else has different ways of doing things, and you will never hear the words my way is best, because that would be crazy town. See, it happened. You see how they're crisscrossed over right there? So they're not laying flat. They lay up like that. The jewelry gods decided you guys all needed to see what I was talking about. So they made sure that it happened. Okay. It can be easier to get it on if you hold the other jump ring in the direction the way that you want that one to go. There we go. Yes, those are straight. Yep, they just said, yes, they need to see what that looks like. Then we're going to put the last little loop on. We will see where we are at as far as measurements. So we can decide if we want to do just like a little simple, that one's already done. Just a simple lobster clasp. If I need to do the little loop thing that I do. Come on. There we go. There it is. Okay, mandrel. Let's see where we're at. So right now we're just at 6.5 inches. So I am going to go ahead and make my little closure that I like to do, and then I will do the lobster clasp on the other side. It's a very simple little loop that I do. Why are you putting the wire away? Okay, so all I do is decide how big I want the hole to be. I'm going to keep this so that you don't scratch, but it's not coming out either. Going to go around until we're at where we want to be back at the beginning. And then this one doesn't need to be all that big, but because these are my micro pliers, I am going to take it all the way up to the top, because even all the way up at the top isn't as big as you would think it is. And then I'm going to pull it just past. I'm basically making an at sign, whatever that is called. I know it has a technical term. But again, you are not getting, oh, Heather, you just did 3 wraps there. It's okay. Why won't it let me cut it? Okay. Thank you. So this, you still have a simple loop, it is just nestled down in these wraps, and this is a wrapped loop. So you get the best of both worlds. Ugh. Then you're just going to swing open your simple loop. You're going to attach it to the loop. And then you're going to nestle that back in there. And you're good to go. Other than the fact that I'm going to cut more of this third loop here. I don't know why I did a third one. But it is not allowing me to cut it off. Yes, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. And then I need an itty bitty silver one. Or I will make an itty bitty silver one since I can't seem to find my since I'm not seeing where I put my jump rings. That is one of the best things about making your own jewelry. You can generally, if you don't have what you need, most times you can make it. Now, obviously, I can't do a lobster class, but if I didn't have any, I can always make myself a hook. And then you can make the loop on the other side. Come on. So now this should be right at about 7¼ inches. Let's see if I managed to get it where I wanted it to be. Yep, 7¼ 7½, right there on the edge. So if you wanted it to be smaller, you could just cut this down or simply just put a jump ring through there to clasp onto. That would make it smaller. But I like that. So we've got the earrings, we've got the second bracelet. We're just about an hour. Do you guys have other things you want to do, or are you down to keep going? Because I have one more necklace idea that I want to do. So it's up to you. We have to talk about getting the lipoma out of my calf that is causing so many problems. Beth said, she's here to keep going. Okay. Keep going. Alrighty. I just pulled my hair out of my glasses, in the hinge of my glasses. And if I don't get it off, the fan is going to be blowing it across my face. Okay, what I decided for this last variation with these beads, again, I only have, oh wait, do I have more than I think I do? So I have 7 of the purple. No, I have 8 of the purple. Hey, that is so much better. That was 2 more than I thought I had. So then we're going to do the 4 And there's 4 green, but 3, 4 pink, 4, 2, 3. So see, there's enough greens and pink that I'm going to do exactly like I just did in that bracelet, where I went green, pink, purple, pink, green. I'm going to do the same thing in this necklace because that will allow a longer bit. But I also want to use some of these small wood beads in between these, and just to kind of go. And there are 2 sizes in here. That's why I'm dumping out so many. Some are 2.5, some are 3. I think I want the 3.5 on this. I have some bone colored soft flex that I'm going to pull off. To about there. No, that's a little longer, Heather. You don't need quite that long. That should be more than enough. Okay. And then we've got to put this back together so that. But this is a way to stretch your beads if you're ever in this predicament. Wait, you're headed to a nap. Go ahead. I'm good just entering things in Etsy. No, you didn't. But I'm telling you, you can seal it with standard paint, but if you go down to your local paint auto body paint store, um, you get it's the same thing. But yeah, what am I celebrating about? What are we celebrating? Okay. I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to be celebrating, but that's okay. Also, where are the pearls I want to use? Mm-mm-mm. You're back on yourself. You have been using the 6-step veil maker as what, Rosanna? Where are my pearls? Oh, here they are. Good job, Beth. That is something I've never liked of mine. My simple loops, I've been making jewelry for a very long time. Well, not a very long time, but for a long time. And that is how the hybrid came to be, my dear, because I was not good at it. Wait, do I have a brand of those that are? Nope, that's a different kind. If I do the tinier, yeah, those will work. That's what we want to do. Okay, so are these already open? They are. So in the center, I need one of my larger pearls. That might be in a different box. No, I have one right. Okay. Oh, I can even do a medium one. I did not realize that. So I need like 6 to hit 2 of right here. Okay. All righty then. I'm going to start at the center and I'm going to do my little articulation trick that I like to do when I want to keep the center better. These are not the right ones. These are the KC gold, and I don't want the KC. Not covers. Okay. I just got self-conscious and was like, I hope they're not stuck looking at my behind while I'm looking for this. But it's not on that. Not I know that I have them right here. Oh, goodness gracious. You most certainly just had these. Dang it. Those were the wrong colors. But what I can do is take those and then use some of the um okay, so if I do a gold ball and then one of the little pearl cups, which is essentially just like a flat, almost like a ball, or a bowl. And then we're going to put that right there. Come on. Why did I decide to use pearls? There we go. Nope, that's facing the wrong way, Heather. And another gold ball. It makes it okay to just have this as the center because even as it goes up, you're not going to see the beading wire. The extra bead cap and ball spacer will help it keep from having that issue. Now, we're going to do the same on the next size. So we're just going to put the ball cup, bead cap, the next size down. So I'm just doing the center as the pearls, and then we'll get the pearls, and then we'll use the smallest size pearls up with the colored, the flowery beads. So it just lets the pearl side like shine at the center and then go from there. Do I want to do one more with these? Let's see what it looks like. If they're too much, then we will just use the pearl cup beads. But I think this will, is this too close to that one? It is. What am I? Oh, that's the other side. No, it's not too close to that, Heather. You're good. Come on. All the rest of your siblings went on just fine, Mr. Pearl. There we go. Yes, I do like that. Still with the wrong way, Heather. I feel like I need a 6 millimeter because these ones are 4. And this pearl has a lot of like nicks on it that I don't like. In case you didn't know this about your girl, I'm very picky. So I don't mind like the grooves and things. Those are fine. I like those. They needed a second one of the smaller, right? Yeah. Those smaller, they are. And then that size. Yes. Right? Or are those too close in size? Hmm. Those ones, this is gonna drive me crazy. Because I have them in here, but they're either button or potato pearls. See, that's the same size. So it's causing it to like, it feels like it's missing a step. Oh, wait. Those are more button pearls. I might just have to do the button pearls because they're the next size down from that. Where else? Where else? Where else? There you know you have elsewhere. That would be that size is what I need. Did I find them? Nope, that one's too big. I found one. Isn't that always the way? That's always the way it seems to be for me, at least. That one's too big. Okay, so if I have that one, it's safe to assume that I should have another one. You would think. Those are button pearls. Those are the 8 millimeter. Those are the 4 millimeters that we already have. I need one more 6 millimeter pearl. And yes, your girl needs to get her pearls organized. What about, so that's a potato pearl, not a pearl. Not a off round, as they like to call them. Is this the, no. It's okay, Heather. Just do it the sizes you were going to, and then you can incorporate the smaller pearls as you go about. So we're just gonna do that size. Right? Those are the same. Yes. And then is this the same? It's barely going down. Okay, so then we can do the eighths. And then start around with the other ones. That one is bigger. Yes, so you come out of there, and then we're good. And I now know that my curls need a good going over to separate them and whatever else. Hi, Maisha. Right. Okay. There you go, Beth. You deserve it. We have to celebrate. And if that celebration has to start with us because otherwise nobody knows we accomplished it, then celebrate it. Please. Loud and proud. Okay. Come on. When I have consistently gotten better at my, what was I going to say just now? I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, at like picking things up off my mat with my cord instead of having to pick it up and put it on. You better believe I will be celebrating that so much because it is most definitely a skill, and it is a skill I have not yet mastered. So once I do, You better believe. Just I've been doing lives, so I haven't been doing them as often because um I've been doing the process online. So I've been picking them up because that seems easier than making you guys all sit here and watch me try to do it over and over again. Okay, so then the smallest one right here is only going to get the pearl cup on either side because I don't think that the big ones fit on. I could be wrong. I have a thing about putting on bead caps that look too big for the bead. I know that it is my own head that's saying that. See, like, I just don't like the way that looks. It takes up too much. I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it so that it's cohesive in the center. Yes, I'm going to do it. Then we will move on to the colors after this. And I have some teeny tiny, oh, you need your cup. Cap. Okay, now this is how I see the rest of it going. Look at how pretty that is. And I am not ashamed to say that because I think it's gorgeous. Oh, Pauline, what have you been celebrating? Thank you, Maisha. I love a good pearl moment. So, I don't think that I want to put silver in this. I think I want to keep this one all gold again. I know we had the other one that was all gold, but it's most definitely like it could be a main character, but I see it as something else. So yeah. If these were drilled differently, these would have definitely been at the center. So yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it should be like the gold ball. No, that's not what I'm thinking. Okay, so we're going to start with green. And then I want to do one of the 3mm wood beads. Actually, no. I'm going to use the itty bitties in this part of it. So instead, I'm going to go to the itty bitty, which is just the 2mm. And then the 3mm wood bead, but we just need to make sure that it is, or I need to make sure that it is actually a 3mm. Another ball spacer. And then I think I want to go pearl. Come on, don't do this to me. We are not going to be difficult today. We are going to go on so that I can use my pearls. Why do pearl holes have to be so dang small? Okay. This is going to drive me bonkers because I really wanted it. I didn't want the pearls to just be at the center. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That might just be what we have to do because we don't. I'm not going to sit here and drill every single one of these little pearls because I would likely end up breaking them. I could be wrong and I could just get it right away. But I kind of, I don't know. You guys will have to tell me if you agree. Maybe we just put a bigger pearl in between the repeats and bring them in that way, but just use a larger pearl when doing so. Okay. This is got smush trying to go into the pearls. Okay, so then we put the other green on like that. And then do a ball spacer. A cup cap, a gold cap. What do you guys think? Do you like the pearl up here? Or do we leave the pearl at the center, let those be the superstar, and just continue this up and around the back? Just at the center. Okay. Center. Okay. I agree. Okay, so now that we've done a green, we'll go back. Oops. 3mm wood bead. I don't know how those got mixed together, but they did. Before I do this, I actually want to do something else because I have the most green. So I'm thinking of doing gold 3mm wood bead. Little gold. Yep, that's what I want. Yes. Yeah, that's what I want. And then we start with green again. I just want to separate each like set a little bit. So, oops, where's my wood? We'll just dump them all out. Gold, and then we'll go back to the green. Pew, pew. Stringing is so, it's so like meditative. Oh, your girl's definitely gonna have to. I'm gonna definitely have to like get some more 3mm cedar wood. And then I could very easily make a bracelet just using one in the center or doing two in the center, whichever. It would not be hard. But I cut, this is what I like to call like rustic elegance. Obviously, a lot of people would look at these and be like, oh my gosh, because they're beautiful pearls. I mean, these are 12mm pearls right here. And then it goes 10 and then 8. So, and down to 6. But because we pulled in the wood, in the center here. And I'm really glad I put that gold rice bead in between each repeat because I think it's beautiful that way. I hope that doesn't sound like conceited or anything. I love the way it's flowing. And it could very easily be a jean and t-shirt piece, or you could dress it up and wear it with a dress or whatever to go to dinner. Or those of you guys in the corporate world, you guys are going to have different like Christmas parties that you need to go to. And it doesn't have to be these specific, there we go, got the word out, beads or anything else. This can just be one of those pieces that you have in your collection, however you want to say that. But yeah, I'm just sitting here stringing along and I'm liking the way that it looks. So, and obviously if there's somebody that doesn't want to watch the whole thing, you can always come back later and fast forward through the stringing process. But I'm getting ready to go over to the other side in just a moment. I would love to get at least one more repeat on this side, but I got to make sure that I didn't like cut too little beading wire. I could put one. Sorry, I had to take my meds. I'm supposed to take them at 12. So if I go over a little bit, like 10, 15 minutes, it's fine. But not if I'm going to be on here to see this pattern through. It hasn't been the best day, and I don't want to try to catch up later. Those of you who understand. But I'm sorry that you do. Okay. Where are the rest of my little... Okay, I had them out. I hope I didn't put them away because I didn't think I was going to use them. Let me see. They get overlooked because they nestle into each other so much that they are in the ittiest bittiest little jars that I have, so then they can get overlooked very easily because the container they're in is like this big. And I'm not exaggerating. It's like these are the small ones. The other ones, cork and all, are about that. And they're not even, they're like the width of the inner circle on the bottom of the glass. So they're itty bitty ones. Why I did this to myself, I'm not quite sure. Because this isn't a one-time thing. It's happened a few times now. Okay. And I only need like 5 more. I may have just found something much more important than the ball cap. So I'm determined to find these now. Because it's driving me batty. So how many do I need? Let's see here. So I need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need a total of 12. I'm pretty sure I have enough of these, which I like better. Funny thing is that I looked for these little bead caps the other day to use for something else, and I couldn't find them. So I used something else. And now if I have enough of these, I will be very happy, and I will like that I have them for this project better. So I might not have enough though. It's those itty bitty gold bead caps that were part of the because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's not enough at all. Unless I just take out this last pearl right here. Then I would have enough. So we need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many do I have? 2, 4. I only have 8 of those. Now I've wasted all that time looking. Okay. I think I found enough. Oh, goodness. After all that. Just had to go through a little desktop bead soup. Okay. Back to stringing. Again, if anybody else has to go, go. How exciting, daughter's wedding. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Oh, pretty. Still here till the end. Thank you, Mary. I'm happy to hear that. I'm sorry that it's a little over. We just sometimes like to sit here and bead with each other. Not everybody agrees with that, though. I love doing it though. It's nice, especially for people like me who don't get out to socialize a lot. A, I don't drive, and B, just the thought of getting ready sometimes is more than enough reason for me not to go. Yes. And then that one. So there we go. There we go. Loving it. Oh, that's not what I'm. Then I need my last one. Yep. Okay, and then I did one more of the larger. Yeah, and I just, if I had planned this out ahead of time, I could have pre-drilled the pearls, but that just wasn't what ended up happening. Sounds good. Yay. I love that everybody's still here. You guys are the bestest. I know our community hasn't grown as fast as some others that we've all been a part of, but you know what? I'm really enjoying what we've put together. I really am. Let me check something really quickly. Mhm. Let me go check something real quick because I may be out of 3 millimeter wood beads. I shouldn't be though. I think these just got joined together one time because they were on the bead cap together, and I think they may be on the table from a kit we were putting together. So hold on real quick, and if not, we can finish that part another day. Let me see real quick. Yeah. It doesn't look like I do know where those are. I'm gonna check over on this side of the desk real quick. And if they're not here, we might just have to call it for the day. Okay. You guys are probably wondering when I'm going to get my act together and actually finish organizing. And I'm going to tell you that doing 5 morning lives, 2 evening lives, and a sale has been a bit. But if I found a piece that I used those 3mm beads in right here, which I just did, I'm going to take it apart so I can finish this because I like this design better than the other one. It was a found objects challenge necklace, and I don't hate it. I just don't like it as much, and I'd much rather finish putting this together. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's done that. You've sacrificed one for the other for the greater good. But yes, Platinum Ladies, 10 p.m. Eastern. Wait, what? The dingo got me. Oh, yeah, I had to go find the beads. I'm here. I wish I'd seen these first. Then I would have made quite the fool of myself, left you guys all to your own devices. But it seems like you did good. You guys talked amongst yourselves. You guys are the best. Just saying. Okay. I have 3mm wooden beads again. I like the bits and pieces of it. I will probably have to reconstruct this because it was one that, like, Randy told me, oh, I really like that. So I may have to reconstruct it. Oh, that's one of the smaller beads. That's why I just left y'all to hang for a minute. But I don't like having to leave mid-project. But sometimes it was just what needed to happen. Like yesterday, we had Rosanna's live with all of her members. Also, if you missed it, as of October 1st, if you are a member of my channel, you get 5% off of every order you place with me. So I wasn't sure. I will obviously announce that during the next sale. We're not doing one this Saturday because I'm kind of tired of having to wait on other people to get things finished. So I'm just going to figure out another way so that that stops happening because I hate telling you guys something's going to happen and then things beyond my control make it not possible. So I'm just kind of over it. But yes, that's crazy that they charge you that because it's $9.99. I even went and checked and it says $9.99 on my back end. So I don't know what that is. But I got you. One way or another, Mama. I gotcha. But nobody else was charged $12.99, right? It came out as $9.99. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I'm loving this piece. Originally, it was going to have like pearls within the top as well, but then these smaller pearls didn't fit on the medium wire. And so we just didn't end up using them. And we pivoted. I didn't want to make you guys all sit here and watch me drill pearls. I am, however, very happy that I found the wood beads. Oh, I forgot to put a wood bead there. Gold, wood, gold, purple. The texture and the wash on these beads do make it a little difficult to figure out where we're going, but and I love using itty bitty little metal beads or seed beads or whatever in between each bead. I just feel like it helps it like bring your eye up and around the necklace. I did really like how I did the veil though. I'm not very good at figuring out how to use center drilled items, so in a green. Yes. Oops, made a mistake down here. I forgot to do the wood bead before I did the gold rice bead. So I will restring this real quick. Does anybody have any plans this weekend outside of beading? Yeah, see, I don't know what happened there. So you might need to give them a call because it was $9.99 for everybody else. So that's weird to me that because you can do like different levels of membership, but I didn't set that up. So, because I didn't, I just, I don't know. I guess I could set up another one. I just don't know what the incentive for the higher level would be. I don't know, one a higher discount than the other. I wouldn't know. So that's why I just did it the way that I did it. I know it's a bit higher, but like I said, I am giving the discount on all orders. So there is that benefit to it if you order from me, anyways. Um, yeah, I know yours is lower. Like I said, I'm giving the discount off of all orders. And when we're doing weekly sales, um, that can add up very quickly. So green, and then we do that. Okay. I had to double check my pattern, make sure I was putting it on. I don't know. If you guys all think it's too high, let me know. I don't know. Thank you, Mary. I really like the way that it's turning out. I'm very happy with it. Um, and like anything else I make, unless I specifically say otherwise, it is available for purchase. I'm really glad that I found that other necklace and took it apart so I could finish this one because, like I said, I like this one better. And I wanted you guys to have the option of seeing the finished piece. Do, do, do. Pink and then green again. And then I need to see how much, where I am at on the pattern part of it on the other side. Whether there's enough room to do another. I don't think there's going to be enough room to do another repeat. I think this is going to be it. But that's okay because I really like it. Let's hold it up, make sure the pattern's right on both sides. Okay, wait a second. Oh, I just don't have this pulled up. I'm like, wait, why is it off? Pink wool, green wool. Yes, yes. Okay. So I am going to finish off with um the gold, the rice bead, and then another gold ball, just because I feel like that right next to the clasp will look really nice. And if I was doing a toggle, it would give more space for the toggle, but I'm not doing a toggle. I ordered more of these like push crimps because the last version of them I got, I couldn't really use them. So we only have to like put one side in, right? Or do you have to like loop it back? There's not enough room to loop it back again through, I don't think. No, there's not. So I don't think I'm going to use that this time. I need to use this off camera for the first time because I could not figure it out last time. Okay, class. I kind of want to put one of these links as the clasp on one side. And then you could literally hook into this or this, depending upon what size you need. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I will attach a larger lobster clasp. I believe they're up here. Yes, they are. Yeah, because even if you have to go up into this one, the other one will still lay. So, yes, I am happy with that decision. Plus, it's just a little extra detail that that shows you're going the extra mile, I guess, at least in my opinion. Okay. Put on the crimp and then the little link. Go back through, pull this up because we want to have plenty of wire on the other side. And then grab that. Yeah, that was my whole thing just now, Mary. Like, what am I just going? I can't go back through it. So, what is the point of it? I don't understand. Do you put a bead tip on the end of it? Should it have let me go back through it? And maybe those ones are just really small and only meant for fine beading wire? I don't know. But this is a magical crimper. If you've not used it before, I will go over it real quick. It is a crimping plier that has concavity in the middle of it. This works with 2x2 crimps. So I've also used it with Beading size 3 and they work too. Just in case you don't have the 2s and only have 3s, it still works. But the 2x2s work best. You need to center the 2x2 in the center of the plier, and then you're going to squish once. You don't want to squish really, really hard. It's not necessary. You're going to turn it and squish again, making sure that you're always centered in the plier. And then you just keep going around until you no longer feel like resistance because there's no extra metal left, and you end up with a little bead right there. I'm hoping. No, I'm gonna have to cut that off. You're gonna trim off that little excess piece. Are you kidding me? Why did it left one little? Okay, make sure. Nope, it left something extra. I went to cut off my beading wire and it didn't cut all the way through, so I checked because that would drive me batty. So I would rather do it again right now and get it right rather than it poke me or somebody else, because I would feel really bad if it did. Barbara, honey, you don't even have to say it. Say that it was inspired by me. My feelings on this and anything else within the jewelry world, you guys, is that there is enough quote unquote facets in the jewelry world that we can all be there. I don't ever think that if I didn't want you guys, if I wanted to keep my designs proprietary, I would not be online showing you guys how to do it. That's my feeling. That's why in Beading Besties, you can post your channel, your video, your store, your website, your items for sale, whatever. And the only limitation is that when talk of money comes about, that happens outside of the group via messenger, text, however you want to do it. That's what you do. I am flattered that you want to recreate this, even if it is using different beads or whatever else. I don't know if Sam still has these same beads, because these were part of, if I remember correctly, they were part of Jesse's bead box, the houseplant bead box. So we have that. But yes, by all means, please go right ahead and make one that is inspired by. You do not have to use my name. I don't expect that, but I'm very much flattered. Oh, yay, Linda, you made one, only because I'm over an hour over. That's the only reason we're still here. This is the piece I'm making. There's been a whole series using these beads every day this week because when I saw them, I loved them, and then I had to have as many as I could afford at the time. And then I made my initial project, which I did actually sell. And then I just had all of these beads and was like, they're just sitting in my stash. What do I do with them? So basically, I've just been making various designs. I've done some chains. I think you would be happy to hear that. And I talked about you and how much I love that you not only show us the links, but then you show how to put the different links together. So I will have to show them all at the end if you haven't seen them yet. I think this is the 4th bracelet. Don't do this again, Softlight. Thank you. Okay, nope, there's no roughness there. Okay, I'm gonna do that all the way down. So we started with some beautiful pearls. And then we went up a little bit rustic and just continue to use these beads. Oh, oops. I did not attach the link on the other side. How did I do that? Because I got to talking. So I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick without a lot of, or you know what? This design it doesn't need to go one way or the other. So I will just attach my lobster clasp to this because I don't like to do a straight cast on with the lobster clasp, but like to have my links or my closures, I prefer those to go through. But first, I need to do what I did on the other side, which I just put that on, and then another one of the rice beads. Nope, those are round beads. Where'd the other rice bead go? And I just took apart another project in order to finish these ones because I couldn't find any more. And I was getting upset that I wasn't going to be able to finish this after all was said and done. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? You know what? I'm okay with it. Oh, they're right here in front of me. You guys were all probably yelling, they're right there, Heather. They're in the jar in front of your face. Okay, put the last gold ball on. Now we're going to put on our trim tube and this little link that will give you a little bit of size, which in this, it's not nearly the same as like when I use my Beetle on Silver hook and eye ones, because, oh my goodness, sorry, I got an itch my, it's not quite the same because this doesn't really need to be adjustable, but it's fun. Then we're just gonna use the magical crimper. When do you typically release your links, Linda? I know you do it like once a week. And if you guys are not part of her Facebook page, you should be. Just like Rosanna has a great, great channel. She's on before me every day. I learned to go overtime from the master. I don't know what I would have done without it. I thought that was the reason. Let's see. Oh, I can't wait. My Sunday, your Saturday. Okay, Heather. Yes, I am still on, my dear. We just finished up this design. Hold on. I'm going to use a piece of junk mail to move everything. Oh, that was not smart. That just started shooting all of the beads at me like a firing squad, which is not what we want. But I want you guys to all be able to see, and then I get to clean up this whole thing. So, in case you haven't caught the series this week, it was based on buying way too many of a specific bead because you loved it and you were afraid you would run out and wanted a project. I also just did have a lobster class. I know I did. Not sure what happened to it, but we'll get another one out. And so I've been doing various pieces that can be worn together separately, however it is you want to do it. And so I will show from the first necklace all the way through, and then though I don't know if I have enough left over, but if I do, I am gonna create this into a bracelet as well. I just don't know if I have enough because I'd have to have at least 2 purple ones. Okay, finished. There we go. Okay, so the very first necklace was this one, which has Job's tears seed beads. They're literally seed beads. And this is either Wild Horse Jasper or Wild Horse Turquoise. I have to take it down and show it to Bernie in person. So I currently have it priced as if it's Jasper. But there's the first one. And then we made a second one. And that's this one. And this one is all gold, but it has the same beads. And look, Linda, I used a ball head pin and made it to where the top loop of each of these has the ball pin in front. Hey, hey, hey. So that was the second necklace. Then we did this one where I used 3x2 ovals, two of them with one silver to make a mixed metal. And then I just had the beads interspersed throughout the necklace. And then at the bottom, I just turned one of these repeats into like a stick pendant, except I wrapped around it with gold wire. So I did that. And then these are the earrings that we made to match those, which how I love how simple yet what a statement these will make. And then I made a bracelet with the same chain idea and just put one of each of the colors in the middle. And then that brought us to today, which is we have the pearls graduated at the center, and then we went in and used wood beads, Tibetan sandalwood, and we just did a little project, and then in between each repeat, we put a little rice bead there. So you know your girl's going to turn this pattern into a bracelet if I have enough beads. And if it's just because I'm missing, nope, I have at least 2 purple beads. Okay. I should be able to turn this into a bracelet. There we go. Now I'm a happy camper because I was like, I have a bracelet. But so I have a lot of the green and pink ones left over. And if I still have a bunch left over, I do also have these, which the one side is the same color green, and then the other side is like that metallic-y finish over it. So those, see, these are the little of course I found this at the very end. Woo, of course I did. Okay, so these are the small, and then that's the smallest. So this is where all of my pearl cup bead caps go in. And this is like 300 of them. There's just that small. So that's why that was misplaced. But yes, can you message to me? Wait, what? YouTube filter out my message with our email address for Beth. Very cute. Okay, I will send you the link for them. You need the itty bitty tinies or these? I got these because I really saw this being where my dollar bead bag beads would go because we don't get enough of them to even put them into here. And then and then they just keep getting bigger. And then when they outgrow this size, then they go to this size. And then I have this that's about this long as well. And then we go to the little squatty jars. I go to the squatty jar like this. I have these little milk ones. I have this size, and then there's a bigger version of this same thing. So, and I love having all of the jars. I really love having this stuff. I think, Jenny, isn't it on your channel? I would think that it's on your channel because I know my name is on the like home screen if you come to my channel. So, okay, I have at least 2 more purple. What are you and your mom reading right now? And I found my this earring, which I'm very happy about because I forgot how I did it. I didn't make the second one that went with the mother's love lariat necklace that I did, so I'm great. Oh, yes, it is. Well, after all that, isn't it? But that's just the way that it is. But, anyways, those were all of my projects. Like I said, I will be making this pattern into a bracelet, but we'll probably just have like that in the center and then go into the color. So I'm really excited to do that part, to do the bracelet version of this. And I will try to get everything photographed and posted at this point. I am not doing a sale this Saturday, guys, in case you missed that part. I'll be back next Saturday. I just need to get like 2 weeks ahead and change it to where there are other people that are not affecting how I appear to others. Um, yeah, where I say I'm going to be able to do something and then things outside of my control don't allow me to fulfill and do what my words are. Oh, there was 2 bracelets. There was this simple one, and then there's this one as well. But yeah. So I'm going to get that all fixed, and then we'll do it. A book called The Proper Charade. Huh, sounds interesting. Yeah, that would work too, Beth. Yeah. Um, I do like double strand necklaces, but I when it's something like this, I like to be able to have like multiple versions. I was originally going to put this at the center of another silver necklace, but I ran out of those. I'm kind of tempted to go back and see if they still have some and buy more now that I'm all done with the series. But I will definitely, if I can find 2 more of the pink, I'll have enough to do the okay, here's one, so I just need 1 more. And then I'll be able to do this as a bracelet as well. So, hope you guys all have oh, my real life friend of yours? Dude, I'm gonna have to try that out. Yeah, I'm a true crime junkie myself. That like I literally listen to it going to sleep. And Steven is like, I hope you realize how much trust I place in you when as we're falling asleep, you're finding new ways to kill me. So yeah. Yeah, Jenny, will you send me the title? Oh, A Proper Charade. Sorry. Proper Charade by Esther Hatch. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Where did it go? Oh, the name just went away again. Proper Charade. Sorry for my dog. And then you said Esther Hatch. I'm gonna have to check that out, Jenny. You got friends everywhere, don't you? Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get everything finished. And I'm excited for it. Oh, you think that I should start with the proper scandal. Okay. I'm gonna have to go figure that out. How many are in the series? It just sounds fun. I like to listen to books on tape while I'm creating. So, anyways, all I love you. Thanks for sticking around. I hope that this series helped you to find ways to use beads in your stash that you bought a whole bunch of and then aren't sure what to do with them. I hope that this helps. As I said, if you want to use this design, feel free. No need to do anything but put it out as your design, because if you make something with it, it is your design. So, love you all. I will see you guys on Sunday night. I have Nicole B, Beading with Nicole B, on this Sunday. Um, so it'll be good. Thank you, Jenny. If I can get it off of my Amazon, I have like 10 credits, so gonna have to go find it. Anyways, so love you guys. I will see you Sunday. I'm excited to introduce those who don't know Nicole. I'm looking forward to introduce to you everyone. Looking forward to your latest link this on Saturday, and it's just fun. Love you ladies as always. Happy beating.